Alexa, main 50%.
Okay.
Alexa, main 40%.
Okay.
Alexa, bedroom off.
Okay.
Evening, Lance. Evening. Just having a quick check of my email, guys. Be 2 minutes. To be honest, I wasn't even going to stream tonight. I didn't even realise it were 20 past 10. I've just been sailing through YouTube for about an hour. And I get lost in YouTube very easily. And as I say, I've had my PlayStation on most of the evening. I'm going through one of them periods in the last 2 or 3 days that kind of don't feel like playing. The plan was actually, I was gonna remember how we had a really good stream of Little Nightmares when I streamed the entire game. And that was a real good stream, that was. Enjoyed it. Well, bit of a backstory, not a big one, but I asked them for the season pass to see if they'd got it because it was so popular. I wanted to do the DLC, the extra levels. So they sent me the code about 2 weeks ago, I think. Now I'd played the game on disc. Somebody sent me the disc. So I played the game and finished it on the disc. Now when I went and put the code in, so I put the code in for the game thinking I was getting the whole thing, and then I went to click it and press it and install it, and it came up with a message on screen to say, you have got the disc version. Please uninstall the disc version and install this version. So I thought, okay. So the plan last night was for me to start up Little Nightmares again and take you guys through the DLC. Well, it turns out that for some reason it's not showing us the DLC's been bought, which is a bit weird. And I've contacted the PR company, but obviously it's the weekend, so I'm not getting any replies until the weekend's over. So hopefully, with a bit of luck, I might stream the DLC from Little Nightmares first thing next week. So yeah, probably going to be busy. Hopefully, I'd say I'm probably going to be busy next week, but hopefully my new printer was dispatched on Monday. So I don't really know how long that's going to take because it's coming from sunny China. And the worst part of that deal, by the way, which depressed me, is I went to do the tracking last night just to see. I mean, whenever you buy anything from China, you get a shipping notice. And I've bought a lot of stuff from China over the years, and people always ask me, "What's it like? What's the postage like?" And I'll give you an example. And I say this to everybody who asks me. Like I say, I've bought a hell of a lot of stuff from China, a lot, for about the last 5 years. And I can tell you now, it's a simple thing. I have had stuff come from China in 4 days to 6 weeks, and anything in between. What I will say, if you pinned all them purchases down and stuck an average on it, I would say it's between 7 to 10 days. From you getting shipping notice, 7 to 10 days. Now, where that differs, if you order from AliExpress and it's the Lepin, the rip-off Lego ones, if you don't know what they are, if you order the Lepin, you always order them and they come with free DHL shipping. Now, the way that works, that's kind of backward. So if you ever order any Lepin off AliExpress, it'll take them about a week to 10 days to ship. But as soon as it's shipped, it's 48 hours because it's DHL tracked. So it's like a weird backwards thing for them. But on average, it's between 7 to 10 days. So the bad news I was just saying is my printer was dispatched Monday. You don't get no tracking information at all in between. And basically, at the end, I went and checked the tracking number, and it's Yodel. That petrifies me. I don't think I've had a Yodel delivery for absolutely months. We all know what Yodel's like, so God only knows what they're like if it's coming from China. Which basically means whichever airport it's going to land at. Now, what normally happens with stuff from China, it basically gets routed to Frankfurt in Germany, and then from Germany to East Midlands, which is literally half an hour, 40 minutes airport from where I actually live. So fingers crossed it's going to do Frankfurt and then East Midlands, because if it then does that, that means Yodel has only got from East Midlands to their local depot and then here. But Yodel scares the shit out of me, especially with a 3D printer. But I have seen the boxes on YouTube and they're really well packed. So the plan this week is I'm going to order the pieces and the stuff I need on Monday after the show. So Monday I'm going to order the table that I need, the filament that I need because I've got no brand new filament. But again, because it's an open printer, I can order cheap filament finally. I'm not tied down to ship DRMs. So yeah, I can start finishing that room off. The plan is at the minute with that room is twofold, and I don't know if any of you guys are DIY experts. I mean, I'm shit, completely useless. But the plan at the minute, the little room that I'm going to use as my printing room, and I've finally got a tape measure. I've had to buy an extra tape measure because I did lose that tape measure in this flat and I have no clue where it is. It's 4 foot across, 3 foot deep, so it's perfect for what I want, because it's literally going to be just a walk-in room to start the printers, shut the door, and away you go. And actually, what's gonna be really good is that this open printer has got a heated bed, and it is said it can print ABS. Now, all the reports on YouTube from the reviewers, they're recommending to stick to PLA because ABS needs an enclosed bed. Basically, ABS needs a hotter environment and an enclosed environment. And people have got ABS to print on this printer by actually enclosing it in a box. Just putting a box or polystyrene around it, which basically is encasing it. However, because that room is that small, I might actually have a play with some ABS filament and just start printing it and shut the door. Because with the room being that small, it could actually count as being enclosed, providing you keep the door shut for the entire print. Now, when you've got an open bed doing ABS, the problems that you get is it lifts off the bed because it just doesn't stick to it. It's shit. That's why PLA is always better. It adheres to the bed and it can print stupid. And this printer can print up to 390, between 395 and 398 tall. So I'm going to be able to print massive things. So finally, when I get these brilliant gun plans for Destiny and Gears of War, these rifles that I've always wanted to print, all these masks, I want to print a couple of masks. Never had a big enough plate, but I have now. And I can finally use software that I want to have a play with as well. Cura is like one of the best slicers for the 3D market. You can do better supports. It's just taking the hobby to the next step, and I can't wait actually. Quite looking forward to it. One, building the printer because it comes 3/4 built. Two, getting it up and running. But then back to the plan. I'm ordering a table for the printer to stay on in the middle of the room against the back wall. Now I would like some workspace, obviously, to put the tools, filaments, maybe hang them on the wall or whatever. And obviously I want to make a real good job of it in time. I'm not doing it all at once. But ideally I'm toying with the idea of either buying a second table and pushing them together, or putting shelving down each side of the room and having the table in the middle. Thing is, I'm shit at DIY. I've no idea how to put shelves up. I've just no idea. I mean, ideally, I'd love a proper like even a carpenter to come in and just put me some fantastic workspace around the sides. The original plan was to actually do a full work surface round the wall, but it just would cost too much to get somebody to do it, because obviously it's a trade and stuff. So right now I'm just doing I'm just going to do the table to put the printer on and work from that way out, I think. So whether it's another table, ideally I'd like shelves. And I'll tell you what I would like to look into, and it's something I've never done, actually putting stuff on the wall, like storage things, either shelves on the wall or like a, I don't know, a storage wall, like a peg wall or whatever, just to make it really cool. I'm doing okay, guys. Can you just confirm you can hear me, by the way? Just to check the audio, because I've not even asked that, and it's one of the first things I normally do. So can you just give me a check back on the audio? So yeah, hopefully on the printer front, depending on delivery time, I'm not quite sure, I'm quite looking forward to it. Can you hear me? We are not getting many replies. Let me turn my speakers off, actually. I think I might have to stick the old fan on low, guys, so apologies for noise, but it's pretty warm in here. Any replies to confirm that you can hear me? Thank you, Michael. Appreciate it, mate. Thank you. At least I know I'm not talking to myself. I'll move away from the 3D printing now, because I know a lot of you find it boring. But it just is a separate hobby that I really like doing. And I'm going to get back into it proper. I think actually as well, the big shelf unit behind me here that's got all my paints and stuff, I think I'm just going to absolutely blitz it, because there's a lot of shit on there, like paintbrushes, old paintbrushes, old sandpaper, just like spare 3D parts I've never used. And I think I'm just going to get 2 bags, blitz that entire thing, and just tidy that up. I think shelving of some sort was the way to go, as you need room to move around just to get in and out. To be honest, Mark, that is the. I mean, it's tiny. Like I say, it's 4 foot by 3 foot. And to be honest, it's just going to like open the door, have a table in front of me, the printer's going to be there, and then it just is a matter of, I mean, the table is literally going to sit the printer on, and that's it. There's nothing else is going to fit on that table, because it's literally the same size table for the printer that I'm buying. So it's not like a big table. I mean, I was toying with the idea of, I asked my brother to come and put me a wake top in on the back wall, which would actually be a cool thing. But I think it needed to be too deep. But I think, to be honest, I mean, this is something else I'm toying with. I was thinking of ordering the table first thing Monday morning so it can get here, because it's just a cheap one from IKEA. And to be honest, I'm tempted to wait, because I think I'm going to be tempted to wait till I see what the actual size of the printer, the footprint is. Because even though they give you the dimensions on the website, that it's like 68 by, I think it's either something like 63 by 64 by whatever. So I think I might wait, because this printer comes with a very big control box. And I've just actually thought this second that control box might actually not have anywhere to sit itself. So when I actually put the printer down and look at the size and the control box, I may have to go with a completely different idea. So I could actually then, instead of getting a square table to fit the printer on it, I could actually think of getting a 4-foot table and putting it side on, providing it's deep enough. That might be a better option, because if I get a 4-foot table that sits across the back wall, that's kind of creating a shelving unit within itself, but it's got to be deep enough. So I think I might wait for the printer actually, and I'm not going to order the table. Although I could try and just look at the dimensions and see what tables are, I guess. But anyway, it's going to be fun. I'm going to enjoy it. Quite looking forward to it. I just wish I had my brother's skills with DIY. He knocks the shit out. He does. He's brilliant. He's even put his own kitchen in before, which ain't bad for a lorry driver all his life. He's always helped me for things like that. He'd come and put my telly on my wall as well. In fact, he's put 2 tellies on the wall for me as well. But he's so busy as well, because I wanted him to do that room, but I think he's just too busy. And he's set his own wood turning up in his shed. He's got one of the biggest sheds I think I've ever seen that he built. In fact, we once joked the other year when I was going through the bad split and stuff like that. The shed that he'd built, I actually think it's about the same size as this flat. And I'm not joking either. His shed's actually got 2 rooms in it. And thinking about it now logically, because I've been in there with his wood turning tools, and I actually think it is bigger than this flat. It's massive. Because I once joked about, oh, I'll move in here then. Anyhow, I might just jump into here actually and just do some greater riffs while we're chatting, because nobody's asking questions, so I might as well just jump into this. I have actually played a couple of hours this afternoon on this just to try and get some of the green items that I need. Impossible to get. You're just relying on so much luck. But let's jump into this. I might even get some luck with some stuff. Bought the Batman Telltale game, started playing on it to find out, even though it's the season pass. Yeah, I'm pissed that my season pass on Little Nightmares hasn't worked, but I'm waiting to hear from the PR company. I said the story at the top actually, I'll just quickly repeat it because there was only 3 people in. My plan was to stream the DLC from Little Nightmares because we had such a good time on it on the show, on this stream. And I was sent the review code last week when I asked for the DLC. Oh, cheers, Mark. I'll have a look at it, mate. Thank you very much. Any ideas, guys, if you've got anything, or if you've seen any items that you think might be covering my ideas, send me some tweets or emails at crankytoz@gmail.com with any links will really help me, because I am proper useless. So yeah, Little Nightmares. I got the digital code 2 days ago. Went to download it, put the code in, got the game. Now, I'd finished it on disc. I've got the disc somebody lent me. And when I went to press it to play it, to see if the DLC was working, it put a message up on screen saying, you have got the disc version, please delete this and install this version I just got. And I did. I removed that. Went to click it. Little Nightmares loaded up after I'd downloaded the review copy. Went into the chapters. Went down to the DLC box. And it's got a padlock on it. And when I clicked it, it takes you to the store to buy it. And I'm thinking, why let me buy it? So I've contacted the PR company. And there's no reply at the weekend. So hopefully next week I'll get to play the DLC of the Little Nightmares we had fun of. I've just realised what that thing is, by the way. Them numbers. Them numbers above my bar.
Hey lady, I got some.
Basically, if you stand still, you get 100 more times attack. If you're on the move, you get 50. Anyway, let's go and do some... Let me go and do a Greater Rift. And because I'm on my Todd, it's going to be... Oh, I might not have a key. I have no key, so I've got to do a normal one.
Many Nephilim have stood where you are now.
Here we go.
I need a corpse. I need essence. I'm afraid not. I require a corpse for that. No.
A powerful enemy we have laid low.
I need a corpse. No. I need a corpse.
The night embraces you.
No.
You will make a fine corpse.
Oh, I did that. That was a waste.
No. No.
I'm gonna have to put the fan on low, guys, because it's bloody red hot in here. Oh god, that's good.
No. I require a corpse for that.
Another idea, have a look on Amazon. Old style computer desks instead of a table gives you some shelf space. Yeah, that did. I actually touched on one of them, Mark. That was an idea I looked at, but I think it's like you said. I think it's just going to be down to dimensions. I think if you go onto YouTube and type in CR10 3D printer, just type in CR10 and have a look. Basically, you'll see what I mean about the footprint of the printer, followed by
I cannot do that.
the control box. That control box is like such an essential part that it's separate to the build space.
I must have a corpse.
So yeah, it's that's what you have a look at the CR10 and look at the build space. It's not the actual thing that's the problem, it's the bloody control box.
I must have a corpse.
The grave beckons.
Have you just looked at the CR10?
I cannot do that.
Yeah, the prices, by the way, on Amazon are ridiculous, because somebody told me when I was looking for them, do you know they're on Amazon Prime? So you can get it tomorrow. It's nearly like double what I'm paying for mine, or what I've paid for mine.
I need a corpse.
I can't do that.
Shit, shit, shit. He's a big buggery, isn't he? A lot less. That big twat.
No.
Yeah, I've paid nowhere near that. Not even close to that. Not even close. In fact, that price you can nearly take £200 off. Because I was dead surprised, because the best place to look for the CR10s, look on YouTube and all the big YouTube 3Ders are building, or are praising it no end. They like rating it as the most amazing bang for buck build plate and area for the price, and that's like they're quoting $400. Well, all these big YouTubers, and I'm going to tell you something now, by the way, like, I'll tell you now, the big thing is all the YouTubers that are describing this and review it, and I'm going to tell you now, I went and checked it, I counted 10 different big YouTube 3D print reviewers of the CR10. Every last one of them had been given it for free.
Not enough essence.
Which I don't have, I have no problem with that kind of stuff, you know that at all. I think it's, if you're doing a channel and you're getting that stuff, great. But every last one of them
I'm afraid
got it for free that came with a code. They all quoted a code. If you put the code in at GearBest, you'll get a percentage off. But these codes like ran out in 48 hours. So like all the codes I was seeing on GearBest where it's sold, where it comes from, like I was putting the code in and it was running out. But I managed to find one. Like,
That is not possible.
I managed to, I think somebody posted a review, another one that had got one for free. and basically their code was still valid. And when I put it in, the amount of money it knocked off this code, I couldn't turn it down. It like knocked an amazing amount of money off it.
I cannot do
Like
that.
crazy amount. What was the question? I saw something about a sex question. I don't know why you're asking them questions on here.
I'm
I
afraid
think you've come to the
not.
wrong channel, mate. By a long way. We're a gaming channel. Contact dear Deirdre at the Sun.
That is not possible.
I think that's the place you're after, mate.
That is not possible.
Believe me, I'm the last person to come on and ask sex questions about it at the minute. That I can tell you. Looks like we're going to get the monster very shortly.
I'm
Evening,
afraid
Monkey.
not.
I didn't see you there, mate. How are you? By the way, we had a bit of a Twitter controversy this morning, as usual. And I'm not even going to start the chat in here because I just cannot be bothered. Because if I start it in here, the same shit will happen that happened on Twitter this morning, and I can't be arsed, to be honest.
I need a call.
Basically, I knew I'd end up. I'm not going to talk about it anyway, because I'm just going to tell you how the story kicked off. One of the Cranky Gamers, a decent guy,
No.
just asked me a question if I'd seen the big gaming story this week. Now, to be fair, I'll quote the gaming story in a minute, but I'd known about this
I
headline
cannot do that.
for quite a while, for longer than it had.
The Rift Guardian is here.
Where is he?
That is not possible.
So yeah, basically, hoping he's dropped a thing, and he has. I know he has because I've seen it. So let me knock back to town quickly, and I'll tell you the quick thing. So somebody contacted me late last night to said, "Have you seen the big gaming story this week?" And the gaming story was from GameSpot, so very, very reputable, obviously, and their big headline this week that everybody's been chasing after. But like I said, I knew this anyway, which I'll come to. Their big headline was that I'm not sure if it said Digital Foundry have said it, or if it's come from Microsoft directly. But in a roundabout way, the headline was reading, Microsoft are struggling to get 4K native content to run on the X. The preliminary tests in the last 3 months. That's what the headline is. Now, I knew about that story, I think 10 days ago, but I chose not to mention it because it was readily out there. It was all over YouTube. I'd be surprised if anyone didn't see the story, because like I say, I saw it a long time ago. I chose not to say the story for the simple reason you guys know and I know what kind of shit I'd get back. And to be honest, as I mentioned on this stream a few nights ago, last week, I'm not doing that anymore, because I just don't see the point. It's all about flops and numbers and whatever, and I did a really good speech on here telling you guys that for the first time ever, consoles are basically all about the flops. It never has been. It's turned it into a very sad state where console gamers in the past just used to buy their latest favourite console to play their latest favourite games. Whenever did flops and speed and frames per second ever matter? They never did. In fact, You don't have to go back very far. You literally have to go back to the last generation. Nobody ever knew. Nobody even knew how many flops the PlayStation 4 had got, and that's this generation. So that's all I'm saying about that. So one of you guys, a really nice guy. Yeah, you pissed me off tonight and all. Go away, I'm not in the mood. Mate, don't even fucking start me on spelling police on Twitter, because honestly, I don't know if I don't know if I've ever said this, but I have a real big bee in my bonnet about spelling police or grammar police on Twitter. I really do, because I really feel it's one of my real biggest gripes ever, and you'll sometimes see me either leave a sarky comment or a comment about spelling police or teachers, because I look at it like this. We're not doing a fucking exam. The world's not going to end if somebody spells a word wrong. I have never, ever, and never would criticise anyone for spelling or grammar, ever. Unless the thing that they've said is completely unreadable. Now, anybody with a modicum of common sense can pick the bones out of anybody's statement on social media and get where they're coming from. So when I see people saying, oh, you've spelt this wrong, oh, you've spelt that wrong, oh, your grammar's wrong, go away and bother somebody that cares, because I sure as shit don't. Anyway, and I'm not having a dig, Nicky, I'm only winding you up, mate. Back to the original thing I was saying. So the real nice guy from Cranky Gamers yesterday, late last night, I was just about to head to bed, I think, and I always go through my Twitter at night. Somebody had said, Toz, have you seen the GameSpot story? Now, like I said, I'd known about that story 10 days previous. I chose not to tweet it. I chose not to say it on the Rambler. I chose not to say it on the show, because I knew, as you guys know the history of my show and people that have just, I don't know why they see the need to, but it kind of will hit home what I've got to say. That I never did it because I'm just not bothered about flops and speed anymore. You play the games on the console you want. If you think it's value for money, knock yourself out. And the point's this. I then replied to the guy last night and said, I have known about the story, mate. It is surprising, I must admit, when I read it. But I've chose not to say anything about it because I just know the backlash I'd get. Even on that tweet, I think 2 or 3 other people jumped in. Some people I've seen in this room before, and decided to kind of, I don't know if it was actually meant to be a dig, but it kind of came across as a dig. I think one person said, and I think it was Griffey actually, he's been in this room, and I have nothing against Griffey at all, he's been in this room many times, but I think he said words to the effect of, when the Pro came out, it was all about the speed and the quality or the frame rate, and he said that about me, and I had to disagree with him immensely. I have never been about frames per second. I have never been about graphic quality at all. Never, ever, ever. And if you are a real gamer, that should never, ever enter your head. And if it does, to me, on a console especially, then you're doing it wrong. You're really doing something wrong. Now, I get why PC people do it, and I know we've got a few PC players in our community. I used to be a diehard PC. I used to be one of them before consoles years ago. I used to be the guy that wanted the best graphics card and wanted the best speed, because that's what PC gamers do. That's part of their ethos, and I have no problem with that. That's part of their hobby, in my opinion. But again, I think Griffey just said, well, you was all about the... And I never have been, and I think you guys know that. I always speak, whenever I'm asked, I always tell you it's about the gameplay. Yes, when a game looks nice, it's nice. Now, the only thing I stated about the Pro, and why I bought the Pro, and I think people are missing this completely when they're listening to me talk about the Pro and the X and why I'm not buying an X, and I'll come to that because this was part of the conversation carrying on from that question. I bought the Pro because I had got a 4K TV. And guys, the bottom line of all this argument quite simply is, and you've heard this, and it's the only advice I'll ever give anybody that asks me, and I get asked every day. Should I upgrade to the Pro? Should I buy an X? And my answer to them is quite simply, have you got a 4K TV? If they come back to me and say, yes, I have, I would say, well then yes, upgrading to a Pro or an X is going to be beneficial. It's going to run better, it's going to be run faster on the X, it's going to be looking better. That's a no-brainer. If you haven't got a 4K TV, my honest opinion, right now, there is no need for you to spend the £350 on a Pro, or, God forbid, the £500 on an X, and I'll tell you why. And this is what I want to get across to everyone, so people can please stop saying to me, why aren't you buying an X? Oh my God, you're a PS4 fanboy, because I'm getting it all the time. And I want you to grab this and lock it into your memory. What I mean is, I'm not buying an X because me personally does not think that upgrading from an Xbox One S to an X is worth £300. You can buy a brand new, now, because somebody showed me an advert yesterday, funnily enough, you can buy a brand new Xbox One S currently for £189. Now, what I'm trying to get across to you is my personal view is that £300 more is not worth the graphical jump or the speed upgrade, in my honest opinion. For me, it's not worth it. Yes, 4K gaming's really nice. Yes, the movies look nice, but there's an also bottom criteria with the next. You're going to have to pay £300 for the privilege, but you can still play the same games on the machine you've already got. And that's what people are kind of twisting and getting the wrong end of the stick, I feel. With the kind of questions I'm being asked and being said, oh, well, you wanted a Pro, you was taught. No, I bought a Pro because, and this is something else that they kind of missed the judgment of, I sold my previous PlayStation 4, then upgraded to a Pro. It literally cost me £45 more. End of story. Anybody with half a brain and a 4K telly and a PlayStation 4 would have done exactly the same. It cost me 45 quid, I think, in total. I sold my PlayStation 4, I bought the Pro, it cost me the thing. John, I'll come to this because we had a great talk with Trafford, a good old friend quite locally and a Cranky Gamers listener. He'd come to this, and I want to get your guys' opinion on this because I'll give you my views on this FCC thing, and we'll come to that in a minute. But I just want you guys to be really clear. It's nothing to do with fanboyism, it's nothing to do with game speed or anything for that for me. And I really want you to get the point. I don't think, for me, it's worth paying nearly £300 more to get an X, because I can still play the games, any good games that I like. And let me just touch on that as well. My personal opinion right now, what we are being shown and what we've been shown, there are very few games I want to play on the Xbox One X anyway, or on the Xbox One S, to be fair. Crackdown maybe, but let's be honest, and I think we all said the same thing, I might be wrong, some of you may not think the same. I thought Crackdown 3 didn't come across well at E3. In fact, it kind of left me disappointed. It really did. It's not to say I don't want to play it. Crackdown's a great game. I've just got a funny nagging feeling that when we get Crackdown 3, I think it's going to fall under that category for people where they're going to go, oh yeah, jump, orb, yeah, jump, and then, oh, right, okay. And I just think we're going to go down that road where it's Crackdown. I've played 2 of these before, and and I don't know, that's just my opinion. But I just want you all to realise it's not worth £300 for me. Now, if you guys want to pay £300, knock yourselves out, have fun, get on with it. But I'll then come to the second person that joined in the conversation, that kind of triggered me this morning. And he jumped in with the words, what did he say? I might have to get my Twitter check. He come in with the words, this is it. He came, and this blew me away, by the way. Totally blew me the fuck away. In this argument or discussion about why I'm not buying the X and why the X is not running very well, the third guy entered the fray, which, by the way, I've got to say, if you actually hijack a Twitter thread between other people, one, I think it's kind of rude if you're interjecting on a negative point. Whenever I enter somebody's tweet, by the way, you'll more than likely see me start it with, hope you don't mind me hijacking just a point. I'll always say that because you are jumping into somebody's thread where, to be fair, you don't belong there. But that's by the by. It's social media. So this guy jumped in to join this thread that was ongoing again. This is the exact reason I didn't start this about GameSpot's news, because I knew it exactly what it would start. So he jumped in and said, so you're basing your opinion on a machine you have not seen or played any of the games on? And I sat there and went, are you really asking that question? Are you really jumping into this thread to say you're basing your opinion on a machine you've not played or played any of the games on yet? And I'm like, we know the specs of the machine, we know the cost of the machine, it's 5 months away, and we've seen every game that's coming out for it. So, as somebody who's played games for 45 years and done a gaming podcast, pretty good idea of what we're going to be getting. In fact, I'd actually say everybody in this room's got a pretty damn fucking good idea what you're getting with the X at the minute. It's not rocket science. So I just sat there and just went, oh. But I just threw it straight back at him. And I then said, so you are going to buy one on a machine that you've not seen or played yet or seen any games on yet? Didn't get a reply. Didn't get a reply. Because I just threw it straight back at him. You're having a go at me and saying you're making your assumptions on a machine you've not seen or played yet. And I just flipped it and said, so you're going to buy one on the assumption of a machine you've not seen or played yet? And like I said, I didn't get a reply. But I want to go back to this FCC thing, because we had a right good chat, me and Trafford, the other night. And I want to throw it back out to you, and I may have mentioned this a time or two, but I think it's worth addressing. So it's July the 8th, or roundabout there. We're 5 months away from one of the biggest console releases in the last 5 years, okay? According to Microsoft, it's the biggest. You guys know, I know, everybody in the gaming industry knows, this FCC thing has never ever happened before, ever, on a console. You guys in this room, like me, have probably seen a shiny new console either at E3 or some event and literally pre-ordered it the day after. Okay? Personally, I'd rather have The Last of Us 2 out on in 5 months than the Xbox One X, and I've been an Xbox fan for 14 years. That's just you being honest, mate. And I think this is another point. I'll come back to what I'm saying. Let's be honest, we're all gamers, we're all grown-ass men in here. And I think we're all wise enough and got heads on our shoulders to realise that, yes, in the last 6-12 months, the Xbox has had a very poor run at the minute. You're not going to lie, and if you don't think that as a true gamer, then you're kind of misleading. I mean, let's be fair. It's plain and simple. But we're not even going to go down that road because it doesn't make a difference. This FCC business. So we're 5 months away from the biggest console release ever. No other console I've ever known where you couldn't pre-order it within at least, and I'm stretching it to 48 hours, and I don't think it even went to that, of any other console ever out there. Even the 2DS you could order it 24 hours after. So as we stand now, right now, July the 8th, which, by the way, is nearly a month, 3 days off a month since it was announced. Nowhere can you even pre-order one anywhere in the world because of this FCC. John, I'm going to come to that point, mate. You're asking all the right questions, and this is my point. So just to... Everybody knows that the FCC is a big government thing. I'm not sure if it's US-based or world-based, but you can see it on all your products. You'll see it on your box, FCC approved. It's basically they can't send this console to the shops to sell until it's been given this approval. Now, what I want to get my head around is quite a few points, and it's a great talking point, actually, for tonight. Why hasn't it been given this approval? That, to me, is one of the most overriding, most baffling things I have ever known in current console generations, and even past generations. Why is it not being given this FCC approval? Okay? Now, my next one... We're only 5 months away, which is crazy. And John's just asked the question that I was talking to Trafford the other night. Are Microsoft allowed to be manufacturing this console in a factory right now without that FCC approval? And I kind of asked Trafford because he works in, I won't give his exact job, but he works in a very big company where production lines are in flow. And I said to him, do you have any situations like this where you... And he actually said to me, we do wait for approval, and we do kind of hold back. Now, it wouldn't make business sense either for Microsoft to be churning these out by the million and then something not go right. Now, I'm getting your questions, Mark and Nikki, and all what you say there. It is... Since the Trump regime, it's taking forever for the FCC or to approve everything, so I've heard. Right. But this is what I'm going to come to. You guys, like me, listen to all the big podcasts, I'm guessing. So we've gone a month since E3. Have you, because I haven't, have you heard one single big podcast, especially US-based, that's even mentioned why this is happening? I only ever remember the podcasts and the after E3 shows from all the big guys mentioning it once. And there was mentioning it because people were asking why can't I pre-order it. And all the big guys and all the big media outlets basically said, you can't order one yet because the FCC haven't approved it yet. From that day to this, nearly a month later, I've not heard one of them have a discussion topic about it. Because to me, I think it's a very interesting subject that's probably never been brought up before. I think every gamer in the world's asking the same question. Why is it? Why? Explain to the rest of the world, or most of the world that probably has no fucking clue what it means anyway. What is the FCC? What is the procedure? And why the fuck are they taking so long with the Xbox? Even if it's a 5-minute slot to say something like what Mark's saying, it's a government-approved system, nothing can be manufactured till they say yes, it's being held up because of government ties, or is it being held up for a technical reason? What I find amazing is nobody is answering them questions. And that's like the real big guys, you know, the big podcasts in the world that's American-based. Like Unlocked, Podcast Unlocked, I've listened to their show this week. Not a mention. And I'm like, why aren't you talking about it? Why aren't you even saying, like we're saying, a bit strange that it's not been approved yet? And I am totally blown away. Why? Mark, I hope to Christ they are, mate, but you've got to admit it's a very strange thing. Emo, because it's $15 to pre-order, it will be $30. Blizzard doesn't want to charge that. A lot of bugs, that's why it's stalled. You might be getting the wrong end of the stick. We're talking about the Microsoft Xbox X. You can't pre-order SNES Mini in the US for the same reason. Ah, thank you, Nikki, for that info. I tell you what, though, the US seem to get the screw end of the stick when it comes to the SNES Mini things for some reason. We like get dead favourable stuff with them, and like Japan are then next, and poor USA's like bottom of the tree. Don't know why. Don't know why that is, but it is. I'm think, Nikki, though, did I not hear on a podcast the other day that I think America can order them now, pre-order? Because I'm pretty certain I heard one of the podcasts discuss the SNES Mini, and they said they'd put either a deposit down, because I can tell you right now that you can't even put deposits down anywhere in this country for the X, because, as I say, you see, the bottom line is, and this is why it's being held up, is the reason no shop is saying, look, here's 20 quid to put your name on it, or Shop 2 don't take any money either. That's my preference to pre-orders. They've come back to say, guys, calm down, we can't take pre-orders because we have no allocation numbers. And that's why the businesses can't do it yet, because they're not getting allocation numbers. The very first thing the big businesses will get is an allocation number from the head office. Damien, the FCC in the US is equivalent to our BRE. Oh, I mean, to be honest, Damien, I mean, the testing will be on the US. Right, the testing will be on the US equivalent of the European Low Voltage Directive and the Electromagnetic Compatibility Directive to CE mark. Thanks, Damien. Nice info. I kind of feel like most of us will have no chance of getting a SNES anyway. Mate, I'm telling you now, you ain't getting one now. In fact, if the pre-orders haven't started in the US, the minute they start, you need to be on a computer. I'll tell you now, because in this country, they went faster than you could actually click a button. And I was just so lucky that I had actually got Shop 2 open. You see, I'm privileged here, and I must hold my hands up. Yeah, I'm a bit privileged, and it is a bit privileged, but in this situation, it's like, help me, because I was actually checking my email, because this was the funny side of this side story, and we're talking about the SNES Mini now. I immediately went to tell Ricky on Twitter. Like, I went to him, I says, oh my God, internet breaking gaming news, biggest gaming news I've ever heard in the last 12 months, I put, thinking that he's going to lose his mind like the rest of the world did. I've never had such a poor, meh, from anybody that I got from Ricky when I mentioned that. You see, the privileged bit what I got the official PR email from Nintendo. So as soon as I got that PR email, it was around 4:45, I think. Well, I can tell you now, Matt, all the SNES Mini, if we're talking about the SNES Mini, let's not get cross purposes. If we're talking about the SNES Mini, I got the email PR from Nintendo at 4:45. Soon as I saw that and pissed myself, I jumped straight onto Shop 2, and I literally kept refreshing their pages because I knew it was coming. And then I also I'd got Twitter open on their feed because I knew they announced it when their pages are live. And as I was fortunate enough to get the PR email, I then chucked it out on Twitter because it was becoming the news of the day, obviously. I'd then got Shop 2's page open and Shop 2's Twitter. Now, as it went up, I refreshed Shop 2's page and it banged up SNES Mini. Clicked it, went to buy one, clicked buy, I was already logged in, and I clicked it. Now, Shop 2 don't take any deposit or anything. You just pre-order it on your account. It goes into your pre-order box, and I'll tell you what they do after, because I got one. Soon as I'd finished doing that immediately, Shop 2's Twitter also popped up saying, guys, pre-orders for SNES Mini. So I was literally, got the PR, told Ricky, kept refreshing it, and then whatever. Now, the way that happens with Shop 2, and this is why I always like them, one, they don't take any money no matter what console you order. So, example, Microsoft Xbox X comes out, pre-order. I go on Shop 2 and click pre-order. My name's down, it's in my box. Within 48 hours, you will get an email. Because 24 hours after I click the SNES Mini buy, you get an email, and it comes with an official reply dear whatever, we are pleased to tell you you have been allocated a day one SNES Mini. So I knew immediately that I was going to get one of them. So that stays there. Likewise with the Microsoft X, and contrary to what I'm saying, by the way, guys, I will still pre-order the X when it comes up. When it pops up, I will still pre-order it, because I put every pre-order of every console in my Shop 2 box. Example, I'm literally within an inch of this week deleting my 2DS pre-order. My 2DS pre-order's been in my Shop 2 basket since the day it got launched. It's due out 23rd, 24th of this month. I've still got my old 3DS. Nobody wants to buy it for 80 quid. And I always said all along, if I don't sell that, I'm not going to bother buying the new one. So as it's standing, I think at the end of this week I'm going to make a final decision. And I'm probably erring on... I'm probably going to say no on the 2DS, I think. Nintendo, you're seeing this all over now, and I've even seen it's a bit funny enough. I've watched a video tonight on YouTube. Nintendo are just, you can be as negative towards them as you want, right? But let's all be honest, okay? We're all gamers. We're not stupid. It's not as if you don't know the track record. I did, Nicky, mate. I clicked your video that you sent me, and I must admit you was right. It looks very flimsy. When he was shaking that in his hand, I thought, shit, please stop what you're doing. I gather you watched it. When he went like that, and I'm thinking, oh my God, stop, please stop. And then he bent it flat. I mean, these are now meant to go flat, but when he went click, I thought, oh my God, you're doing my head in. But they do look poor. But it's new tech in it. It's nice new tech, so... But regarding Nintendo, guys, let's be fair. You're not learning anything new, are you? It's not rocket science. You know they've done this. And you know the sad thing is, guys, as well, and I hope you know this. I hope you know this. That Nintendo are only manufacturing that console up until December this year. They've already officially released that they are stopping manufacturing the SNES Mini in December. That's why I keep saying, if you are fortunate enough to get one, that thing is going to sell so high come the new year, it'll be like fucking gold bars. Daniel, I'm not a retro gaming fan at all, mate, but if you do listen to the show regular, I always, whenever I'm asked what's my favourite games of all time, I will always say the SNES is my gaming console, and the games of the day were my favourite ever games. The point is, what makes this doubly want me to have one is that 4 of my all-time favourite games ever are actually on that SNES Mini. So it's a no-brainer. And yeah, I'll probably not play it. I'll probably play it day one, have a I think I wouldn't mind actually playing Secret of Mana again all the way through. And Metroid I wouldn't mind playing all the way through, because that was one of the first games, proper games, that I actually finished properly. So yeah, I mean, I don't play old games, but no, I mean, Daniel, no, it's a good question, mate. I often say, you hear me say on the show, I don't like retro games, and I don't. But the SNES was my console of choice back in the day. It was the first console that I absolutely hammered, and I already am thinking of not opening it. Don't worry, I know. I'm already thinking of not opening it, because I'm serious, guys. I honestly believe that come early next year, that will be selling for like £1,000 on eBay. And I'm not even joking. If they're not going to manufacture any more after December, imagine having one unboxed. Holy shit, Christ. And as I've said on this show, by the way, I think what's going to make ours even more doubly worth more is the fact that the Americans all want our version. Because they're getting the old Famicom style, and it looks fucking awful, to be fair. It truly looks, or it looks like a cheap piece of shit. where our version is like the original SNES and it looks fantastic. Because I've heard all the American podcasts are saying, my God, I want to get hold of one from the UK and in Europe, and I sat there and went, good luck. Good luck with that. Because I'll tell you now, you stick it on US eBay and you'll make a killing. Carrier. The thing is though, if I get that SNES Mini in my hand, I will really want to play it, because I want to play Zelda, I want to play Metroid, I want to play Secret of Mana as well, and Mario RPG, by the way. Holy shit. Yeah, I know. And we've got the cool one coming. I must admit, I was so excited when I saw the news. I think it's great. I think it's just a great piece of thing. And you might disagree with me here, and I don't know how you think, but let me throw this out to you. I know people are having an absolute spaz that they're in short supply, they're going to stop manufacturing them, but I've got to admit, and it's not just saying it because I've got one, I've got one pre-ordered and it's guaranteed of coming, because I didn't have a NES that I would have liked, which I should have had, which I cancelled the night before, but that's by the fucking by. So let me ask you this. I actually like the fact that it is going to be rare. And I think it is actually, I think it adds a little bit more nuance to it for me. I mean, I don't know if you guys think. I mean, it's a collector's item. Let me just throw it out there. Let's say they fucking churned out thousands of them. I don't think it to be half as interesting as it is now. Honestly, I honestly believe, I think the actual part of the ethos of it being rare and a collectible item, I actually think it adds to it. I really do. I think it just, I don't know. I know if you, I know, and guys, I know it, if you really want one and you can't get one, then yeah, that's awful, and I agree with that. And I guess that's kind of the other side of the coin. But I kind of get that it's, you know, it's rare. It's going to be a rare item. That's exactly the point, Nikki. What I was going to finish with is, if they did print thousands upon thousands upon thousands, I don't think it'd be half. In fact, I think it'd all died out by now. Well, there's talk, Matt, that all that's on the way, by the way, because I've been getting emails from a PR company that's already got an Atari one in the pipeline that's coming out in December. So I can tell you that for free. There's an Atari one coming out round about Christmas time. And I think they're all, put it this way, if you are one of them companies that own the rights to this kind of shit, and you aren't even thinking about doing it, then you're fucking stupid. Because if I'm Mr. Sega or Mr. whatever, and I'm sat on all the rights to one of these machines, and you're seeing all the fucking crazy shit that's happening right now, I'd be knocking them out of the factory next week. It's a no-brainer. It's just become the subject of the moment, innit? And to be fair, a Mega Drive, even though I was all SNES, it was really Fanboy Wars back in the day. I think I did have a Mega Drive. But I had a Mega Drive for like 2 weeks. I just hated the thing. I don't know why. I just never played anything decent on it. Yeah, and you know what? This is the weird thing about it, Nikki. And you've hit a good point. You've only got to jump on eBay right now, or your local second-hand shop. You can buy a real SNES if you want one. Or a real Mega Drive for fucking I know for a fact that my local second-hand shop, that's 2 minutes away from my house, has got SNESes and Mega Drives in the window. For that price, for around 35, 40 quid. But, good one, Nikki. Monkey, and you know what? That's exactly what Ricky said. And I saw it all over Twitter as well. And you get the reply of, that's not the point. Because Ricky's answer to me was, well, I can knock them out on an emulator on my PC. And I sat there and said, you're missing the point. And he come back and said, well, no, I'm not, because I can play anyone I want. You're missing the point. It's the nostalgia of having the actual thing. And that's it. It's the point of the HDMI upgrades and shit. The way they've been built now are way better. And let's be honest, they're going to run properly, aren't they? They're not going to run shit. And they're made for modern TVs as well. With any emulators, it's the first bit of problem you'd come across. Even running an old SNES or an old Mega Drive now, you've got to buy special shit to get it. Well, actually, Monkey, my Raspberry Pi project that I did is somewhere tucked away in a box. That is an old NES. It looks perfect. I 3D printed it. You Nicky, and do you know what? People have been screaming at me as that. Well, why don't they get them on the e-store and stuff? They're not coming anytime soon now, I'll tell you that. Not a chance. Why would they? Why would they knock them out on there when they can keep making these mini consoles? Let me ask you all a question. Do you want to see them stop now? Do you want them to see a stop at the SNES, or would you like them to say let's make a mini GameCube or a mini N64? Do you want them to carry on, or do you want them to stop now? I think they ought to stop now, personally, because I think the nostalgic level stops at the SNES. I think, in my opinion, and then the rest, like you guys say, the Cube. What they should do now is stop at the mini, take the money, and then they should open the store on the... I want a mini game, nice one. What they should do is stop at the SNES Mini, drag the money, do what they want, open the e-store, and then release all the GameCube games and all the N64 games. Bang them on the store. That's a no-brainer. They will make fucking thousands upon thousands of pounds. It is, and that I've heard a couple of big podcasts talk about licensing and stuff, because they went into the discussion then about what are you happy with the games that are on it? Would you have liked to seen different games? But that got to the talk of, well, it's licensors and rights and all that stuff. So yeah, I want to see them not stop. I want them to go back in short supply. I want a NES. Matt, you'll scream at me, mate. I cancelled my NES pre-order at about 11:30 p.m. the night before it was coming out the day after. I'd got one guaranteed that would have been dispatched the following morning. And I'll tell you what did it. And these are the fucking things that sold for $2,000 and $3,000 on eBay, by the way. The thing that did it, I was up late at night, 10:30, 11 o'clock, and I watched Stupid Giant fucking Bomb do a Let's Play, because they'd got the rights to show it, and they sat for an hour and a half and went through the entire fucking menu of the system of the NES Mini and showed it you, and played each game for 5 minutes, and I stayed up and watched the entire fucking lot. And at the end of that video I went, man, no, not for me. Because I'm not such a retro fan, I saw the games on it and went, oh no, fuck that. And I went straight onto Shop 2 and cancelled it. And I must admit, I regret that. Because probably I'd have sold it by now, but I regret doing it. I mean, because it was $49.95 as well, which was crazy. Yeah, that's the big joke at the minute, isn't it, Nicky, about the wires for the SNES? They're not gonna fall for that again, surely. It's the biggest piss tech on the planet. Wouldn't surprise me if they made about 5 metre of the bloody things. I want to I still want an SN64 GameCubes won't look so good now. They won't look so good now. None of them will. These and that, yeah, you're right, Nicky. That's exactly the point of what I meant when I saw the NES games. I think one game on there, I went, well, I wouldn't mind having a look at that, and that's why I went straight on and cancelled it. Is that the truth, Matt, or are you taking the piss? I hope that is the truth. I really do. By the way, I put Horizon Zero Dawn disc in my PlayStation tonight to have a quick look at the daft stuff that's coming. The new Game Plus stuff. You hate the... Why is that, Stuart? Why do you hate Nintendo with a passion? The policy of building shit and dispatch is atrocious. I agree. I'm not gonna lie, Stuart. But you can't criticise them for the games that they do ever. Still not long enough though. Nicky, that first one wasn't 3 foot. That first one was only about 12 inches long. I'm sure it was. First one was nowhere near 3 foot long. Let me go back here and play a Rift. That I was going to play now. I need to check my shit though, don't I? Hang 5. GameCube was an amazing machine, that was. I actually think at one stage... Because back in the GameCube days as well, and this is why people today don't quite realise it either, that back in the GameCube days, you used to have to wait fucking months for games to come out. It wasn't like it is today, like you pop in the store and you've got your hand picked from like thousands of fucking games every week. You like got Nintendo magazine and like a game was coming out and it's coming out in 3 months' time. And like that's the only game for fucking the next 6 months. Because I'll tell you why. I used to play nearly every game the GameCube brought out. Because I was a right big Nintendo fan back in the day of the Cube. I had a nice purple GameCube with the black handle, mine was. And it was like, wow. And I think I played every game on it for the first like 8 months, a year. And I still remember that truck one that's my favourite, and I can never remember the fucking name of it. Blast Corps. Wow, it's just come to me in my fucking head from nowhere. I've been trying to remember that on the show for months. Blast Corps. Can you remember Blast Corps? When you was that truck all over the deserts. And boom, and shit like that. I played the shit out of that. For some reason, that was one of my favourite ones. Do you know what, Stuart? I could never get on with the Amiga. Sorry, I saw Atari in my head. Amiga was my favourite. Went from Amiga, but I joined the Amiga late and then went to the Commodore 64. Paid a fucking fortune for my Commodore 64 as well. It was the first ever thing I had out of a catalogue. Fucking hell, I didn't even tell you how much that cost back in the day. Christ, it did cost a fucking fortune. Sold my soul to the catalogue devil of the day. Littlewood's catalogue. Fuck. My first ever thing I ever bought at catalogue, it cost me an arm and a leg. But it was great. It was one of the greatest... I can remember the day now as if it was yesterday. I came home... And my mum said, I was sat eating my tea, she'd let me get changed. She'd fucking let me get changed, come downstairs, start eating my tea. I'm halfway through my tea and she just suddenly goes, oh, so-and-so's rung, your parcel's come. I literally picked my plate up, shoveled the rest of the food down, and I said, I'm off. Legged it down to her ass, and I walked in and she's got that grey Littlewoods bag, and she goes, oh, here you are, Julian, here's your bag. And I thought, holy shit, I went legging back home. And it was just one of the best days ever, that was. Do you know that? Ripping the bag open, seeing the Commodore 64, and it was like, oh shit, this is amazing. And it was. They were great fucking days. Great days. And there's no way I'm changing that weapon either. So I don't know why I'm even looking at that. Ah, fuck it, we'll sell everything this time. Game Boy. I can remember having the Game Boy and Tetris. Everybody remembers them, don't they? Monkey, are you still in this room? Have you had any of the bloody green necromancer gear drop yet? You know which type it is, by the way. I hope you're still in the room. You've had some of the green stuff. What's it called? It's got a weird name at the beginning, Antics. I keep forgetting it. Not that I'm going to get any. Or you've not had any, but you know what it's called, don't you? That's why I'm whapping into these rifts now.
Why do you keep glancing over at Kadala?
Oh, just making sure she.
I haven't talked to this
Well
twat
done.
yet. He's got to wait for that fucker now. Matt, I'm telling you now, if you're watching any of the videos on Crash Bandicoot, mate, people are losing their fucking mind. It's like, everybody's saying, why is it so difficult? It's apparently like fucking the most difficult game on planet Earth, apparently, and I've seen some clips, and it's like old school difficult, like horrendously difficult, crazy ass difficult. I'll tell you something about the Game Boy. These were the days. The original Game Boy. No, it's not Trago. I'll find it because it's on my iPad, but it's on charge. There's a. I can't remember what the. And I am going to find it. I'll tell you in a minute. Thing about the Game Boy, the black and white one. I bought more fucking... Can you remember all the different cheap, shitty fucking backlight things you used to buy? I bought probably 10 fucking lights that you clipped on underneath, over the fucking top, round the sides, and all of them in magazines claimed the best light for your Game Boy. Play it in the dark. And they were fucking useless. Proper useless. No, let me try and grab my iPad a minute. And I'm sure I've still got it open on my web browser. Oh, give me a second. Because I need to look myself as well, because I keep forgetting what the fucking hell it is it's called. But bear with. And knowing me, I'll have closed the fucking thing as well. Bear with, I will tell you. Does anyone have any advice on VR? Think of buying Oculus Rift. Do not buy Oculus Rift. Nikki, you've just... Oh, when did you post that on Twitter? Because it's just popped away. You posted that ages ago. Oh, no. Fucking hell. I've gone and shut it down. Bollocks and bollocks again. I'm looking at my... Oh, by the way, why am I here? I might as well check my Yodel tracking. Yodel, your parcel has been dispatched. We will have more news on it later. Your parcel will be with us soon. It was posted on the 6th. Don't take my word about Oculus, because I've never actually played one, but I'm just going from the fact of the history at the minute. I've always thought the other one was supposed to be better on PC. If Paramonas was in the room, he'd probably steer in the right way. I think he's tried both, and he might have had both. I mean, I've obviously got PSVR, which is phenomenal, for console VR. But the Oculus Rift, they were supposed to be in a lot of trouble, weren't they? Depends what you're wanting to do. I would actually look at the other one before I looked at Oculus, just be given the recent history. The original PlayStation was my greatest ever console, new game every week. in my local game shop. PS1 was chipped. Yeah, I think we all went down the route of PS1s. It's when it become rife, didn't it? I actually love the black discs. I did though. Weren't they the coolest thing in the fucking world? When you first opened one and it was like a black disc, and you like thought, holy shit, what is this witchcraft? Nobody'd seen like fucking. Oh, I know what I meant to tell you guys. I had something delivered today, and I would show it if I had a better camera set up on here. Let me try and find Necromancer best gear. This probably will not find it. I ought to look in my history. Why have I... What? Bear with. It's the Inarius. It's the Inarius gear that I'm trying to get hold of. And it's called, let me find it. It is called we've got the picture somewhere. Here we are. It's called the Inarius's Will, the first section. So you want the Inarius's. The head is called the Inarius's Understanding, the Inarius's Perseverance, the Inarius's Resilience, the Inarius's Conviction, Inarius's Metadorn, and the Inarius's Will. They're all the 6 parts. That's what I'm after. Any Inarius gear. Where the fuck you find it, God only knows. But of course, and you will not fucking believe this as well, let me show you this twat. Today, do you see the Ring of Royal Grandeur? Not only have I put that on, which was no point putting it on, because look, I've got the power there, reduces the number of items needed by 1 for sets, the Ring of Grandeur. Do you know I got 3 of them fuckers dropped today alone? I was doing bounties in the first area. I was just using these bounties in here in map 1. I got 3 fuckers. 3. And you know when I played on Seasons, couldn't get one for love nor shit. And I've had 3 in about an hour and a half this afternoon. Anyway, it's in the fucking... Let's get the great... This is it, guys. We're going to go in a Greater Rift now. But I'm not going to do level 47, because like a twat, I wasted a key this afternoon and realised that that is like fucking so high level I wasn't even touching them, and it was when I played it with 2 people. I wasted a key in there and got absolutely... I didn't move a yard. So what you're going to do is pick a level, and this afternoon I did a level 20 quite easily. So I'm going to jump to level 22. I'm going to try with one of my keys. Now the way this works, you will see if you're new to the Diablo Greater Rifts, this is where the best ship drops, but you've got a time limit. Let's fucking go for it.
Unleash your power.
Well, when you go on a Greater Rift, you play like a crazy man, don't you?
I cannot do that. I need a corpse.
You see, this is going to be tight, this is. See, this is just about right, look. You're not wiping them out. It's a bit of a test, but then again, so you're right on your borderline. Oh, let's get rid of this lot. Can't be fucking bothered.
That is not possible.
So as you see, guys, newcomers, can you see me picking these purple things up? Now you'll see on the left-hand side there's a meter running. It's got a star on it. Me killing the elites and picking them purple things up will get me to go ahead of the clock. You are on a timer. So the faster you kill these, that is the point in this one. You've got to get to the Rift Guardian. Oh, I've just realised what fucking level I'm on. This is a nightmare level, this is. There's more fucking mobs in this level than anywhere on the planet Earth. So bear with me if I don't talk a lot, because this is going to get manic. Tell you what though, I won't mind staying on this level to try and get the Guardian up, and I don't think we can. So just bear with. I'm just going to stop talking for a minute because this could get manic. Open the door first before you click that, you stupid twat. So as you see that timer ticking down, my little things have got to go ahead of that timer. So providing you are ahead of that timer, whenever a yellow one comes up, you need to be pressing your best spells.
I'm afraid not.
Bear with, Codename Matey. I'll just let me finish this rift and you can jump in with me if you want. We'll do a bit higher level rifts, see if we can get some shit. How am I doing for time? I think I'm ahead of it, look.
Not.
See, I'm ahead of it now, which is okay. Because what happens, when I get to the end, if I kill the boss at the end, I'll get a lady pop up and she'll give me an extra bonus of an extra special ring.
I cannot do
Now, you'll
that.
still get a reward if you get there after time, but you get the best shit. I put one of them things on my fucking keys on my joypad today, and it's a bag of shit. It's going to have to come off.
I cannot do that.
What's the good bonus about this level, you see? This is one of the best levels to play it on because there's so many mobs in this level.
I cannot do that.
And when you get them, you really get ahead of the fucking ball game. You get the purple things when you get the elite bosses. Them that are coloured. And getting them gets the good purple stuff. And when you get the good purple stuff... You see, I'm way ahead of it now. I'm going to do this quite easily. He says. Getting a bit big-headed, but don't, because I should do. You see, the cool thing about this level, have you noticed how I'm killing them things? These statues here, look, there's like them weird stone statues. This is why I like this level, because killing them actually like sends a spell or a ghost and takes off their energy. Oh, I'm fucking flying on this level. So bear with.
Do not fear the end.
This is still one of the best builds. No, it doesn't, Niall. Don't be silly, man. Standard, and what I'll tell you the worst news about the controller for the X, because me and Ricky laughed his head off. Believe it or not, it's got the same controller as the S, and that's fucking shit, in my opinion. It's such a poor quality build. Come on, you got that mobs.
That is not possible.
2089.
All must serve the cycle.
See, as soon as you get an elite, it's best to drop your big spell on it and pick them up, because they get you there quicker. Not only have you got to get to 100% in that time, you've also got to kill the stupid fucking boss in that time as well.
I cannot do that.
Shit, wrong way, you can't waste any time. You need to kill these things quick.
That is not possible.
I was playing this game with one of the Cranky Gamers friends when we was in Seasons, and I wish I'd been filming, and I don't think I was. But we got to the end of one of the greater rifts and killed the boss with 1 second left. And we're both cracked up laughing. 1 second left we did it. So what I must do when I get to this boss, I must have both my spell... Oh, bollocks, don't want a dead end. Quick map. When you get to the boss, you want to have your best spells ready so you can attack him as quick as you can. But when we're getting close to the end, which is pretty close...
That is not possible.
So see there's a boss here that's going to drop me some stuff. And I don't want to waste it. Which I haven't had to do. Yay. Boom, 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 boom.
That is not possible.
Roll the right way then, you donkey.
The grave beckons. That is not possible. I'm afraid not. No.
Oh, look at this big twat. There you go.
That is not possible. No. That is not possible.
Oh, I don't want to leave this, look. Because when you leave this, you're going to move to another one. But I'm going to have to. And then again, this one's not bad. Fucking hell, how quick are they coming? Gotta make a big spell because he's a nasty. Don't think it helped, there were two fucking elites there.
That is not possible.
Jesus, you don't normally get two elites right on your doorstep. You fucker. We're gonna have the Rift Guardian in a minute, boys, so I think I'm gonna do it quite easily.
No.
Got to be careful here though, because I've just gone and jumped into chaos. And I don't want to get caught at this late level when I'm close to getting the Guardian. Because the Guardian's going to drop any minute. Which is now. Where is he? So now I can drop only one spell on him. Well, I should be okay. Yeah, see ya. Bye.
You have triumphed.
So there you are. That was pretty cool. So I'm going to pick my shit up, look, which I got 2 rares on it. So I'll pick all my shit up. And then this lady's appeared, look, and this is what happens when you complete a rift in the time allotted, which I did quite easily. So she'll come on and she'll give me a choice of either getting another rare item or upgrading one of my others, and I'm trying to upgrade one of my biggest ones. But I failed. You get 3 attempts, which you'll see in a minute. So here we go, look. She's given me a new one. I can never work out which new one she gives me. So I always go to the bottom, because I'm leveling either Bane of the Powerful, which gives you 40% better stuff after you've killed an elite pack. Or I'm trying to level that one because I need to get it to level 25 because you get the second bonus, you see. But now look at the top, I get 3 plus 1 bonus chance because I didn't die. I got a bonus chance, I didn't know that happened actually. So I'm going to press the button 3 times and it's like a dice roll, and if my upgrade chance is 60%. This afternoon I pressed it and didn't get one fucker in 4 chances, so here we go. Boom, rank 22. Nice one. Bang, 23. Fucking hell, can I get all 4 and get to 25? Come on. Come on. I've just realised it's just halved from 60% to 30. Here we go, last one. Oh, yes. Now you see, 24, I'm 1 off getting my second thing.
I need to go back.
Got room for 1 more, so that'll be 3 of us in the room. What I'm going to do, Let me just cash all this shit in. I'll open my friends list invite, so just invite your two selves to this room. See, there's the diamond, look, at the bottom, but I can't wear it either. Fuck it out. Because I've got no jewellery to select it in. Anywho. So bear with a minute, boys, while I just sort my shit out, and then I'll open my room up. See if I get any rares. Come on, be a good un. Oh, fuck yes. You gain an additional 50% damage reduction when there is an enemy afflicted by your decrepity. But fuck, that's a good item. That'll do. I think I should have one more ration to somewhere. Didn't I get 2 rares? I thought I did. Was one a recipe? Anything you want, mate. Anything you want. Bring your own character, whatever you want to play. Because what we'll do, we'll jump into the level 47 rift, see if we can get past that one. But I got hammered on that on my own today. So we'll see how that plays out. I could have swore blind I got 1 extra. Was it the jewel? I bet it was, weren't it?
Hey lady, I got some new things. You should take a look.
Whee! Oh, wait a minute, I ain't spoke to Lado yet. Wait a minute, nearly fucked it then. This is a new snazzy thing as well. They've snazzed this up with the patch. They never used to do that cool shit. Never seen that. Completed it in 9 minutes 12 seconds. Woohoo! So let me quit out. I'm going to open my invite, guys. 3 over. Did the person that's just sent me a friend invite, are you part of my list or not? Is that why you sent it? Oh, I've pressed the wrong button. My fucking controller's only got 1 power on it. That could fuck things up though, boy. Right, I've opened the room. So feel free to jump in. So did you just send me a friend's request, Matthew? Somebody has. Yeah, that's you. Right, I'm just going to get a drink, guys, so be back in 2 seconds. Alexa, kitchen on.
Okay.
Alexa, kitchen off.
Okay.
I am back. So have we got anybody in the room yet? No, we haven't. Why have you not joined, people? Oh no, I didn't want to do that. Oh, do. Not a chance, Niall. I don't play them in daytime, mate, so I'm sure as shit is not playing them at night. Right, so one person's in the room. Who was the other person that wanted to join? I don't know how the chat's going to work in this, whether it changes or whether you can hear me. Wonder if any of my cool shit in here is worth. Towel Rasher. Can you remember when I was trying for them? Got to one pause. Yeah, I have done. Tried like bollocks to get that.
An ally has joined me, but our foes gain strength.
Our foes gain strength. Do. See, the thing is as well, all my season gear that I've got is that you played the season gear for the character you was playing, which was kind of shit. Right, we'll play. I mean, obviously, Matthew, you should be able to hear me even if you're in the stream and it might be a bit late. So what we will do then, we will open a Greater Rift. I'm tell you what, I'm not going to drop us into a crazy one. I'm going to drop us into one. Let's try a 35 for now. We'll try a 35. Just so we don't balls it up. Shall we? The other guy's not appeared in. Let's go. Oh, shit. People, this is where it gets manic. You thought it were manic when there were just me playing on my own. Wait till you get more people in the room. And also, what you've got to realise is, which I think is probably one of the best parts of the game, is that any drops on the floor is yours. Because it's independent. What is that cool shit he's dropping on the floor? Looks like we're going to do this one easy, but as long as we're laying how we're doing it, we're alright, then we can jump into another one.
No. Your death near. I'm afraid not. That is not possible. You will make a fine corpse. No.
Crazy with this when this much is going off. This is mad.
No.
Cool though. Tell you what is cool, because you've got the other person killing shit as well, my corpse thing is is working overtime because they're killing as well. Stay away from them. Them explosions on the floor, by the way, will virtually kill you no matter what level you are. Because they are serious.
I cannot do
Tell you what, I've not had a 146 massacre kill. I haven't seen that many for years.
I'm afraid not. That is not possible. Your death nears. I'm afraid not.
Fucking hell. How crazy is that?
No.
Do not stand near them.
No. 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 That is not possible.
Just basically play it. Pick a character, either Demon Hunter.
That is not possible.
Demon Hunter or what's it that I can't remember its full name on, or the Necromancer, and just play the story on about the expert level, and just take your time through the story, because playing the story will teach you the basics of the game, basically. And teaching you the basics of the game is the best part about it. And then you get to, because you've got to learn how to use your spells and what they do and all your gear and all this stuff. And that's my point. Don't just rush into anything. Because when you see stuff like this, like I've said before, you like see it as just manic, crazy shit. And you've got to learn this. And all your spells and everything and the mechanics of the game. It's not hard, but it just teaches you if you play it like that. I just realised we've not had a single drop in this game. Is it supposed to be like that when you've got more than one player in the game? Because I can't ever remember not having a drop.
That is not possible. I'm afraid not.
Why can I hear music?
No.
We're nearly there. One more kill and we are there for the big Guardian. And here we go. It's going to be now.
The Rift Guardian has found you.
Where is he?
That needs to recharge. I cannot do that.
Well, there's three drops in there. Right. Let's try and level my shit again.
Clarifying drill.
Come on, here we go. Oh, upgrade chance 100%. Why is it 100%? Yay! So I can start doing the other one now. Must be 100% because we didn't die. That's it.
That needs to recharge.
Banging.
I need to go back.
And that was easy. We'll best knock it up a level. Right. If you can hear me, Matthew, still in the game. Let's close it down from this guy, and then we will... what we'll do, we'll knock it up a level when I've just sorted all my shit out. Which one is it that's the new one? I can't never remember which one it shows you, but anyway, oh yay, banging. Ah, you're going to change your character. Let's put that in. Oh, I can't. I've got to save that because I always forget.
Always wonderful to see you.
Oh, I've got a green item. Please be one that I want. Come on. Well, it's not a green item. Each stunned enemy within 25 yards reduces your damage taken.
But our foes gain strength.
Right, let me just sell my shit. Clear the shit, drop the shit off. I've got a mail as well, which means somebody's dropped me an item. Thank you very much. Where's that thing I want to sell? Save. Check my mail. Somebody's dropped me. Thank you. Two-handed scythe. That could be just what I want. Hang 5, boy. Hang 5. Who sent me this? Come on. It's got to be a good one. Oh my god. Every point of maximum essence increases your damage by 0.5%, and bone spikes generate 3 additional essence for enemy. 36 maximum essence. Holy shit. I might have to change to that weapon, but it's two-handed. I think if it's two-handed I'll lose my thing, so I'm just going to try it. Yep. Nope, I'm going back to that. I know that's crazy, but I'm going back to that because I like the blood siphon. But I will just keep that just as a backup. Right, are we ready to go again? Now what you'll see here probably, Matthew's joined us as his necromancer, same as me. But you'll notice he's not got scallywags, look. It's all different. I've got a feeling, Matthew, if you're listening, I don't think I've got any more keys left. I haven't, so I've got to go in a Nef Rift to go and get some keys. So we'll have to go and quickly whap through this to get some keys.
I wish you luck, hero.
Yeah, let's go and kill shit.
No.
See, he's using completely different shit to me, lot.
That is not possible. I cannot do that. That is not possible. All must serve the cycle. I'm afraid not. I'm afraid not. I'm afraid not. That is not possible.
These levels are dead easy unless you're actually high level. But we're just trying to get keys to get into the other place. Oh, we're in this favourite place here. This is manic.
I cannot do that.
I've gone wrong way. Oh, I've gone the wrong way. Bear with.
I cannot do that.
See the crazy thing here, look, we've completely gone the wrong different directions.
That is not possible. We'll make a fine course. I'm afraid not. I cannot do that.
Love the fact I'm just sweeping up. We have a third player in the party, which will make it even better. I'm not looking at the map actually, I should follow. Let me look at the map, where is everybody?
The Rift God.
I'm probably not even going to get to see the Guardian lot.
I'm afraid not.
Now come this way. this is where all the stuff is, look. Yay, nice one. We done.
That is not possible.
Yeah, I think we've done. Right, let's go back to town then. Alexa, what time is it?
The ancient.
Jesus. Alright, I've got one greater rift, so we might as well go and try and get in a big rift. So if you guys can hear me in the room, I'm going to play one more rift with you, because we've got a key. And it's going to be, we'll take the highest level that I'm at. Save that. Be with you in a minute, guys. I'm just clearing my shit up. Really bad pain in my thumb. Like, really bad. Right, let me just sell my shit and replay it. Right, are we all ready then? Are we going into the next rift? We're going to try for the big one. Are you ready? Level 47 for me. Where is player 3? He has not joined in. Some players in our original, or do you want to go anyway? Yep, we're going in. Which player 3 ought to drop out, because we might not be able to do this level. But we alright?
No.
Oh yeah, we're going to kick out. Shit. Nearly died. See, when you're not very powerful on your own, he must be more powerful than me. He's killing shit like Wano up there and I ain't.
No.
So yeah, he's way more powerful than me. Matthew, you said kick ass with your kit art, mate, and I don't. Hiya. Yes, mate, you're kicking ass. I don't know what your build is. I ought to have a look at it. We work together well when we're together, but you seem to kill shit on your own, and I don't. Not on this level.
That is not possible.
Thank you. Where is he? Because he kills stuff on his own and I don't.
Do that. I'm afraid not.
You'll have to tell me your build, Matthew, when you've done, mate, because you're way more powerful than me.
I'm afraid not.
PS4.
You will make a fine corpse. I'm afraid not. I cannot do that.
Holy shit. That's how non-powerful I am. Look, one shot killed then. Wow. What is your build, Matthew? Tell me, man. Because for some reason you kick ass on your own. And mine doesn't. You must have a cracking build.
I'm afraid not.
Where are you going, man? There's more stuff down here. Oh, it's a dead end, sorry. Do apologise.
That is not possible. I'm afraid not. No.
When we're back in town, I'm going to have a look what you're using. You are absolutely hammering
I'm
shit.
afraid not. I'm afraid not. I cannot do that. My wounds are deep. No. I grow weak.
Christ on a bike, man.
I am injured. I can't do that.
Oh no, go on, we'll go through if you want to go through.
That is not possible.
Jesus.
An interesting opponent. No. I cannot do that.
How long I take to kill him on my Todd?
I cannot do that.
Jesus, he went flying ahead then.
No. No.
Holy shit.
I'm afraid not. cannot do that. No.
Dead end. Didn't see. I'm behind you, keep going. Oh, he's gone back. Another dead end. We're close anyway to doing this. Oh, we should be 7 minutes. We should be cool. Well, if we find any bloody more... Oh, right, that's why. Oh, pain in the ass level. Tell you what though, what's good, because he's killing stuff fast, my corpse one is working well.
No.
The Rift Guardian has come.
The Rift Guardian is here. Where the fuck is he? I'll have to answer
I'm
you.
afraid not.
I'll have to answer you in a minute. Oh shit, killed that on his own nearly. Right, when we get back to town, I'm having a look what your build is.
I'm skilled at clarifying traits.
Because that's crazy. Right, quick, Misha, hey there, I plan on getting Diablo 3 for the PS4 and I'm looking for people who can duplicate modded gear. And I'm looking... Mate, leave the room. Not modding the gear in this game. It's wrong. You've come into the wrong place. No way. No, what's the point of modding stuff in this game? Seriously. Come to the wrong place, mate. And I don't know if you realise, but the last patch got rid of the duping. But you've come to the wrong person, mate. I won't do that.
Let's see the gem.
So yeah, you've come to the wrong place. Always dropping in his stuff. Do. Right, is that it? Why is that person still there? I thought we could... Why, I've got no chances left, it says. We're done. There we go.
Returning to town.
Cheers, Matthew, matey. Oh, don't go. I've gone. Oh no, I went back. I'll go back. Wait, I'm going back. I'm going back. Will that be still there? Where is the ring that we dropped?
I am returning to town.
Ah, well. Mr. Cranky, I report you for Sony for modding. Who's modding? What are you on about, you clan?
New goods today.
I don't know why you are, Pink Blossom, but somebody in the room came in to talk about duplicating. I'm the owner of a podcast. We don't do any duplicating in this, so just kindly leave the room and stop being a knob. I don't want to dupe stuff. I don't do it. I will not do it. You don't do it. What's the point? Right, Matthew, I'm on my way out, mate. Thank you for the game. Yeah, I don't know who they are that came in. I mean, somebody talked about modding and stuff like that, so yeah, bullshit, and it's all on camera anyway. That gem you dropped, Matthew, I didn't pick it up, mate. I left the room too quickly. I couldn't get back in. Couldn't get back in. You dropped it as I left the room. So, yeah, anybody who mentioned the duplicating in the room, it's all on video anyway. No, I didn't. I didn't pick it up. So is anybody still left in the room? We've all got it in the chat. Honestly, so anybody in the room, if anything does ever come of this because of that clown, we obviously have got it on video. I dropped it in town. It's a legend. Oh, I don't know then. It's probably in my basket. I've not checked my gear. I'm about to clear up now and leave the room. Oh right, I've seen the gem. So I've already got one of them. There's no point. Oh, I can't do that. Right then, boys, I'm going to stop the stream. Thank you very much for tuning in, as always, on the night. Obviously, it's recording night tomorrow. I may jump on late at night. I don't know yet. Depends what time we... Alright, you get on and farm with friends. Alright, no problem. So yeah, I'm going to stop the stream, guys. And I will be... As I say, I might be on tomorrow night after the show. If not, it'll be Monday, where I might try and stream the DLC of Little Nightmares. So I'm going to call it a night. It's late. Thank you very much, Matthew, for joining the game as well. Tell you what I will do. Can we look at the party? I think you can, can't you? Yeah, I'm going to look what you're doing. What you're using. Blood Rush. Army of the Dead. Command Golem. Corp Lancers, the same as me. Death Nova. What's your passives? Draw Life. Stand Alone. Overwhelming. And Dark Reaping. Scythe of Sight, your secondary skill deals 300%. Cheers, Matthew. I'm just looking at your stuff, mate. You deal 100% decreased damage, slowed enemies, or triple bonus. What's your... Can you look at your weapons? Yeah, you can. X. What are you using? Oh, you've got top-end stuff, haven't you? Inaris as well. Oh, you've got all the Inaris set. That's why. What's modded duplicated gear? Pink. You won't listen. I stream every night. It's obviously recorded, so anything that's happened in the video clearly is in the video, and it is not my doing. So I don't know where you're coming from with your duplicated shit. So just leave the room, or everybody in the room will just report you as well. So it's obviously on video evidence as well, so kindly leave the room. So you're wasting your time and breath. So I am going to stop the stream anyway, guys, to stop these clans having a argument, and it's all been recorded anyway, so I will see you tomorrow night if I'm on after recording the show. Otherwise it will be Monday, like I said. So thank you guys for tuning in. I'm going to call it a night. As I've said, it's pretty late. Thank you for streaming. Don't forget, click the like, guys, as always. No, what it is, Niall, there was a, before the last patch, there's a way that I've never even looked into or looked at in any RPG like this. There was a bug, I think, where you could duplicate an item. I've no idea how. I've never done it in my life anyway. And like I say, I wouldn't even bother. What's the point? You put 300 hours into a game to do stupid shit. But apparently, the only thing I read this time was when the patch went live yesterday, or I think there was a updated patch. It just stated that they've fixed the patch. The patch had fixed the duplicating. Basically, in your gear, you can get things like whatever you was wearing or something. You could duplicate it. But like I said, it's all in Blizzard's forums and stuff. But why people duplicate, I have no idea. Because what's the point in playing? The whole point of playing the end game is playing what you've just seen us do, the rifts and stuff, to get the stuff dropped. It's the point of the game. And as you guys know, I played this game since the start, and I've done 300 plus hours. I haven't got the top gear. You've only got to look at my gear I'm wearing. I've got the low end gear because I don't do that kind of stuff. And if that clan's still in the room, by the way, look at any character on my game, and I don't have the top gear at all. I think I've got one gem that somebody sent me about 6 months ago when this new patch arrived for the upgrade to this. So it's just all bullshit. I mean, if you're sad enough to do that kind of shit anyway, what's the point? It's basically, I think there are, I don't know if it's with the PC version anyway. I'm not sure if it's with console version. Most duplicating shit that used to go off back in the day was PC based. I've never heard of it happening on consoles, I must admit, whether it's possible. I know that, I think in the patch notes for this one it said, or did I read it online? I can't remember. But yeah, modding, not modding, I'm using the word modding and I forgot that. It's duplicating. Basically copying items. It's normally done by a bug in the game where you can either put things in a basket or drop it on the floor and log out and then log back in and you've still got the item in. Some bullshit like that. But it's always happened in these games since time immemorial, to be fair. But yeah, it's like, it's just, it just goes on. It's just fucking stupid. Does this stuff explain it, or is that, oh no, it's Kanai's Cube. Anyway guys, I am going to pop up, so I'm going to get a coffee before bed. Don't forget the show tomorrow night. Don't forget, by the way, if people keep checking Spotify to see if we appear on there. If anybody finds it, let me know. We probably won't yet, but yeah, I will speak to you tomorrow night. Well, I won't unless I'm on dead late. So until tomorrow night, guys, don't forget to click like and subscribe. I'm off. I'm knackered. So thanks for watching as always, guys, and good night.